Only muscle little hair I got up, so it looks like I have more.
What is going on, Survivor fans across the world? I am here with Jonny Fairplay and his lawyer bud. Jonny, lawyer bud, how you guys doing?
We're good. My lawyer's name is Bud, and he's my lawyer.
Awesome.
His name is Bud. So, if you don't mind, Matt, we're talking Survivor. We're talking all kinds of fun things. But Bud has some crazy lawyer stories. I felt, we're in the off season. Let's mix it up.
Yeah.
I got a couple. I got a Sonic ice maker, of course, because as my good friend Conrad told me, you can't hide money. And so we have some Blantons. We're gonna do some Blantons tonight on the rocks.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you very much.
So you guys just got back from an Otterbots game, which is the Danville Otterbots. It's your baseball team, and there's also the Dairy Daddies.
The Dairy Daddies, yeah. So yeah, we have two teams because we're that cool. We're double cool. You guys have a team in Cincinnati. I'm good friends with the owner.
Yes.
You know that. And you guys have a good fan there that likes to do backflips and then gets tased after he does that.
That went viral, dude. It's crazy. 19-year-old fan gets out on the field, does a backflip, then tries to get away, and the cops tase him. But I sent you earlier, CincyShirts.com already made a shirt of it. I saw that on Instagram. It's such a cool design.
I want the shirt, Matt.
Yeah. I'll make it happen.
Okay, make it happen. So you saw the shirt. It's the back flip.
Yes.
Yeah. Bud was asking if the backside had him being tased. I was like, no. We're just supporting the legend status of this.
Yeah, and I feel if you're a judge and that guy is like just a fan that did that, I'm just saying, look, dude, don't do it again. You're banned for the season and go on with your business. It was harmless.
Banned for the season, not for life. I mean, because he's obviously a fan.
Oh, yeah.
He bought the jersey.
I know. And to me, it's the biggest thing that's happened in baseball all week is that fan is bringing eyeballs to the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
So you should be applauding this guy for doing this, to be honest.
Okay. Well, we have a lawyer here. All right. So what's the defense for the fan? What does he say?
You have to know the judge. If the judge is a Reds fan, you get him laughing. It's like, can you demonstrate for me what you did on the field?
Yeah.
And then he goes ahead and he does that, and he gets the judge laughing, and the judge is like, $5 fine. Okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
If the judge is not a Reds fan, then it's like he was trying to participate. He was being good community spirit. He also point out, are there any signs to say, don't do this?
Mm-hmm.
Was he ever given actual notice that this was not supposed to be done? And you look at the language of the charge and make sure that not the Commonwealth, because you're in Ohio. Ohio's not a Commonwealth, it's a state. But
Kentucky is a Commonwealth. Commonwealth of Kentucky. Yeah.
Right. That's confusing the border there. Yeah. You make sure that the language that they charge him with, if they charge him, like as you said,
I think they're going to charge. I mean, like there have been other cases where they've been charged and fined like $100,000.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a lighthearted. He didn't attack anybody.
This is fun.
It's fun. If really this should be. And the first thing an attorney should do is contact the prosecutor and say, look, do you really want to prosecute this? Do you want to be known as prosecuting a fan? And say, look, let's work out a deal. If you don't want him at the stadium, he agrees not to go, like he said, don't go to the stadium for a year. And I mean, and baseball has a long history. One of the things you can point out is the long history baseball has of people going onto the field.
Streakers.
Yeah,
and he wasn't. And here's the deal: the fan wasn't naked.
No.
On the field. And or remember Morgana, the kissing bandit.
Yeah.
who ran out there, and I mean, technically that could be an assault if you really wanted to be a super legal, technical on that. She had unwanted physical contact with. You could argue. So, I mean, the first thing is try to work this out.
It would not be unwanted by Matt Bischoff. If Morgana's going out there kissing.
Matt, do you remember Morgana?
I'm probably, what was it, like the 80s?
Oh yeah. I'm sure my age. I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You can do a quick Google search, type in Morgana, you'll see she used to run out and kiss the
and she was a very, very well endowed lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always made the news. I mean, always made the highlights.
And it was always fun. I mean, because Morgana didn't, do bad things. I mean, some people say unwanted kisses, unwanted kiss.
Yeah.
That's 2024. But in the 80s, we accepted lots of unwanted kisses, even from our uncles.
Okay.
So
at this point, I need to warn him about the disclosures here.
Oh, I don't know. Things are different in the 80s.
But I'm not sure exactly what they would really charge him with. It's a matter for them to handle internally. They can do whatever they want. They can ban him forever if they want, which is again a bad idea.
Oh, totally.
But
I ban him for the season because you don't want to. But I almost let him throw out the first pitch like next year.
Yeah, he does a backflip and then throws out the first pitch and everyone. Yeah.
Hey, he will. Okay, let's say worst case scenario, he gets fined $100,000. This kid's doing Comic-Cons in the Ohio area. He's making $100,000 in autographs.
Yeah,
and T-shirts.
And he's getting interviewed on all the big sports podcasts and everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, honestly.
Well, we got Bud tonight. We didn't get the backflipping Tase kid.
No. So how do you know Bud? Tell me the history of your relationship.
So we've done trivia against each other and together over the years, and then in recent memory, I have a lot of stuff going on with me financially, and I'm just like, I need a good lawyer, and Bud's always there. So I'm just like, why not trust the guy that's always there that I've played against and played with and enjoy their company. Boom.
And when you met Fairplay, you weren't like, oh my God, this is Jonny Fairplay from Survivor. You met him as Johnny from Trivia. You might have known he played Survivor, but that was kind of just secondary.
That was absolutely. There were two teams that competed for the win, generally for the win.
Every time
it would be, and we were very competitive.
Trivia Newton-John.
Yes,
and
Trivia Newton-John, that was us.
That was his, and I'm Quiz Tina Aguilera.
That's good.
Two best names in trivia of all time.
Oh, because I was just at trivia tonight, and there was 13 teams, but it's the Wet Bandits and Idiot Sandwiches, and then just Julie. Just boring kind of names.
Yeah, but are those the two best you've ever heard? Trivia Newton-John and Quiz Tina Aguilera.
Yes, because I imagine my son who hosts it having to say, fastest answer goes to Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, I have T-shirts.
Yeah,
I have T-shirts with Christina Aguilera with Trivia Pursuit pieces for her eyes. They're available at fairplayshirts.com. So if you want to have a cool trivia name for your team, you can go buy those shirts and wear them, and they're available in purple and black.
Oh, that is fucking. I might have to do that.
Yeah, right. That's a great. Is Christina Aguilera better than Trivia Newton-John?
When you first said Trivia Newton-John, I was dying laughing, and then you followed up with Christina Aguilera. So it's just the combo is fucking dope, dude.
Yeah, I think Trivia Newton-John is one of my favorites ever. Yeah, I didn't come up with it. I came up with Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, I will say that having both of them together,
it's beyond obnoxious.
Yeah, the sum is more than the parts.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Collectively, we were doing some damage.
So tonight, you guys were not at trivia. You were at the baseball game.
Yeah.
So do you guys go to every game? Do you both have season passes to the Autobots?
Well, so that's the funny thing. So I have season passes, that Bud has been enjoying. And then we run into the general manager. He's like, hey, no one's called me. He's like, oh, yeah, you have season passes.
Wow.
I've had season tickets for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
No one called him, and so they're just like, we're gonna prorate it, but if you, and we're like, yeah, because so Bud gets the blue seats, I get the cheap seats.
Okay.
So
he has a lot more fun.
Is it crowded? Like, are the games?
Well, they want me out. They want me out, like running around with the riffraff.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
that's cool.
The secret weapon.
Am I a secret?
You're a secret weapon. He's a secret weapon.
I am the Dairy Daddy.
You are the Dairy Daddy.
Yeah, I am the Dairy Daddy. Like they've officially named me as the mascot of the Dairy Daddy.
Wow. So you go to a lot of baseball games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and the secret. Oh yes. So last night the Otterbots were down 6-4. 6-4 going to the last inning. They bring in the relief pitcher, big grass-fed farm boy with a mullet and like could literally kill all three of us, no problem. And so I go, nice pants. Does your boyfriend know you borrowed them? Hey, look, he skips leg day. Look at him. Oh yeah. So I got in his head.
You did?
Oh yeah, but he started bringing the heat. I got like that much in his head. He was like, I'm going to throw the fastest pitch I've ever pitched. And they were outside the strike zone because he was so worked up. But these idiots, the Otterbots, are swinging at him. And I'm just like, no. Do you not understand what's happening here?
Yeah.
I'm playing human chess.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're wild pitches.
You're playing like reversed. You're playing Zane Knight checkers.
Yeah.
The first pitch, when he said the pants thing, that one hit because the first pitch he threw after that was over the guy's head.
Oh yeah,
it went. Wow. It was like, he didn't swing at that one.
That one worked.
Clear over his head.
We got a guy on first, and so no, I mean, I am a secret weapon when called upon.
Yeah. Right. So for like other things besides the baseball, when you have like done like wrestling things and whatnot, are you typically brought in Fairplay as just entertainment, just causing ruckus, things like that?
I mean, how else would you describe me?
I know. I would describe you as such. Entertainment, right? Whether you're on television or whether you're DJing or podcasting, etc. That's what you do.
And not doing tricks while I DJ.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, dude. So yeah, for people wanting to know some other behind the scenes things, become a patron. realitypatron.com. It's a great way to support the podcast. We do a weekly Q&A. We have a secret Facebook group, and we tell the stories that are never told on the free side of things, which you're listening to right now. Johnny,
well, I mean, we tell some stories. We just don't tell all the stories.
Yes, exactly.
Like you made it sound like just like turn off this podcast right now.
No, I'm talking about like really behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, well, I drink some more Blanton's. We're gonna tell some stories.
So I saw that Australian Survivor was gonna do U.S. versus Australia season, right?
Well, that was the word.
That was a rumor. And then all of a sudden I saw online on InsideSurvivor.com or something.
Sure.
That is no more. It is done. There was a picture of King George in the article. But then
it was not a very flattering picture of King George.
No. So
it would be the picture of King George if he would see that news and believe it to be true.
Right. Oh, exactly. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you know any inside scoop?
Well, the follow-up article is Australia versus the world.
Okay.
And it will be allegedly, who's to say? I don't know anything. 14 players, I guess. So
14.
So 7 for each tribe or something. 14 players, 15 days. And it's the world is represented by the USA, South Africa, UK, and New Zealand. And the last time I checked, Survivor UK, South Africa, and New Zealand are no longer running shows. Like their series was canceled.
That is completely ignorant and stupid. Because what are you going to have? One American Survivor male and one American Survivor female?
Based on those breakdowns, yeah, maybe 2.
Yeah, wow. That does not. Australia versus USA intrigues me because I think there's a lot of great Australian players, a lot of great United States players. Not a whole lot of people, I feel, that watch Survivor. I love Survivor. I've never watched a single bit of those other ones.
South African Survivor. I never watched Survivor UK. I was going to, but then as soon as this season finished, they said it was canceled. So I'm just like, all right, well, I don't have a lot of free time, so I'm not going to watch something that's done.
Yes.
And then I literally had no idea that Survivor New Zealand was a thing.
And why would it be 15 days? That's the other thing. Like, even if
I don't know. I don't none of this makes sense to me. I don't. Maybe none of this is true, Matt. Maybe it's all rumor and innuendo.
It might be. I mean, it's been all over the internet. So
my cat's trying to come in. Like, I don't know if you heard my door being attacked out there, like literally attacked. My cat wants in. So let me let my cat in.
Okay. No problem. So are you a pinball fan? I see the pinball tables behind you. Do you play pinball?
I absolutely.
Wow. So you come over to Johnny's and play these.
I love playing these machines.
That's awesome.
I've been a pinball fan for a very, very long time.
Yeah. So you got to be excited then to be able to like come over to Fairplays and just like play his personal machines. That's pretty rad.
It's a good time.
Absolutely. Yeah. And of course, you get different ones from time to time.
Oh yeah,
which is always cool.
Yeah, I swap them out every like 4 to 6 months.
Yeah, that's a good deal. So yeah, I don't like the idea. 15 days for one, I think is kind of just like, I want to see a real season of Survivor, US versus Australia.
Hey, Matt, what's the sweet spot? 39 days.
39 days. Yep.
Yeah.
Do 39
That's a
days.
sweet spot.
Yep, it is a sweet spot.
I don't want to. So, and what can we do? Like, there's lots of conspiracy theories on this. It's just like, did Jeff stop? I'm just like, I don't think Jeff knew about this.
Wow. Well, you don't think he had any wind that it was caught wind of anything happening?
I don't know. Who's to say? Who knows? Who cares? Yeah. I mean, like, the fact that it's not happening, but who is going to 3 dead franchises and saying, "Hey, you're perfect"? And for the record, I've never, as I said, apologies to Survivor UK. I heard it was good. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Who's to say? Survivor New Zealand, I never knew existed, and I love New Zealand. You guys in New Zealand, I've been to see you twice already, 3 times. I love you. Never knew there was a Survivor New Zealand. Survivor South Africa, I saw something great, their final season, Return the Outcast, I think was what it was called. It was one of the greatest seasons of Survivor I've ever seen in my entire life. And there's one player, no spoilers, successfully played an idol nullifier, and there was not an idol nullifier on that season. So I'm saying they're great. I get it, but where are we at here? If the franchise is defunct,
why even bother?
Go where your bread is buttered. Like, let's have some fun and let's keep this going. But I mean, but at the same time, I guess you can't. That's exactly what they're doing, keeping it going by bringing defunct people.
Yeah. Well, in other Survivor news, they're talking season 50 already. Fairplay.
Oh,
how it's going to be a year-long celebration. They're just like it's like headlines. Year-long, we want to celebrate 50 seasons. So, do you think there's a chance that you will be called for season 50? Do you think it's going to be some sort of legend season? Do you think it's going to be a second chances? What do you speculate that season 50 is going to be?
I have no idea.
Yeah. What would you like to see?
I'd like to see me.
Yeah.
How do you do a Legends without Jonny Fairplay?
I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do, and I'm not sure they know what they're gonna do, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what would I like? I would like New Era All Stars season 49 is what I would like.
Okay.
And then I would like season 50 Legends.
Yeah, which would comprise of both New Era.
Hey, if you solidify yourself as a legend, you earned your spot.
Yeah. I think there are, as much as we kind of talk like the New Era is so different, it's a different game. I do think there's some decent New Era. If we're talking New Era post season 40, is that kind of what we're saying New Era is?
Yeah.
Basically.
It's classified as New Era.
Yeah. So I think that there are some good characters.
Yeah.
But I feel that they would have to prove themselves in what you're talking about. The best of the best. Let's see you your second time. Don't be a dud. And, yes. And
because I feel the people like, so if season 49 is New Era All Stars, I want to see those are all returning players. I want to see them bring their all, and I want to see the best from there, and I want to see the almost best from there. That was one move away.
Yeah.
And I want them there. So when everyone's just like, oh, I want people that haven't played 100 times. I want people that haven't played 100 times too. I'm right there with you. Mm-hmm. However, I want people that have played twice, potentially, especially the New Era people that solidified their spot the second time they played to be there as a legend.
Yep. I agree with that.
And I want people that have played more than twice, because there's, I mean, how are you going to do the New Era without Sandra Diaz-Twine? Or not the New Era, or a Legends. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
A Legends season. How are you going to do a Legends season without Sandra Diaz-Twine? How are you going to do a Legends season without Tony Vlachos? How are you going to do a Legends season without Boston Rob?
Yeah, right.
I want them all there.
Yeah, I do too.
But I really want the best of the best, and I want the numbers at least, I mean, somewhat even to, I mean, because we saw miscued numbers on Winners at War.
Yep.
We had 8 old school and 12 new school. That wasn't fair. And we saw they just voted them out.
Yes, I know.
That's all that happened. Like, it was anticlimactic.
Right.
So, I mean, at least do 10 and 10 and have somebody fuck someone.
Oh, yeah. Right. Right.
So we didn't get that. We just had 12 versus, and basically Ethan's like, if you literally left to go get wood, they're like, oh, we got to get rid of him because he left to get wood. And it's like, you ain't getting wood. They're like, we don't get wood in the New Era.
Yeah.
So, and this isn't even the New Era.
Yeah, I know.
New school.
Yeah,
just imagine the New Era players playing against new school and old school. Holy smolies.
Yeah.
Give us equal representation.
And
I mean that across the board in every facet.
Right.
I think it could be really cool, and I think there's the potential for it to be really cool. And if I'm invited, I would appreciate the honor of being invited, but I'm not counting or planning on anything. I'm not. I don't know anything about Australia versus the world. I don't know anything about anything. Right now, I am fresh off of 3 months on the road. Australian Survivor, U.S. Survivor. I had my good friend Janet from season 39 come visit me this week. We went to Fantasy Lake Adventure Park. It was amazing. My 7-year-old Madeline loves Janet more than me at this point, because I don't know if you've ever been to an adventure park, but if you have one of the most badass lifeguards ever that you can grab onto them as they swim everywhere.
Yeah. That's pretty badass
thing.
So who went to the adventure?
Dad's good for like 3 hours. Janet's good for 9. And I got
Damn.
I'm like, Janet, like they're literally closing the park. We gotta go. And she's like, no, we're just gonna do like one more, like 3 laps. Like
and then once you were done with that, you went to a baseball game with Janet's husband.
Yeah.
So was Janet conked out after that, after the adventure park where she spent after 9 days or 9 hours in the sun?
Janet enjoys my front porch with Jessica, and I enjoy baseball with her husband.
That's cool. That's cool.
But I think they had a really good time on the front porch.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
We have good wine.
That's killer.
Well, she did sing the national anthem, right?
No, she threw out the first pitch.
Threw out the first pitch. Sorry, my mistake. Sorry.
Yeah, threw out the first pitch.
Threw out the first pitch.
It may have bounced.
Yeah.
Hey,
but it went over the plate.
You know who's one of the best pitchers in the history of celebrity pitchers ever? Right here, Jonny Fairplay.
Oh, that's right. Cincinnati.
Yeah, thank you. You want to know who one of the worst catchers of all time is?
Oh, I would love to hear this.
Right there. This asshole that can't.
I had to like reach way over here because Johnny had a wild pitch. That was.
Oh no. A good catcher. Listen,
would have anticipated it.
Yeah.
Cincinnati fans are spoiled though. We had Johnny for so long.
Yeah.
Then we're all spoiled about catchers. I mean, that's
yeah. You're no Johnny Bench, Matt Bischoff.
I know.
You're more like Johnny Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh wait. I feel like that's the guy that's calling out the guy. I feel all right. Well, reassign Matt. You're good.
So
why couldn't you catch the ball, Matt?
Because the pitcher was off that day.
All right.
I have photos on my Instagram that I had to.
Once again, I will say this, Matt. I threw out the first pitch at a Cincinnati Reds baseball game.
Yeah.
You did not catch the first pitch at the Cincinnati.
I didn't.
So
it went off the end of my glove.
So stop telling people that you were the catcher because you are not. By definition, you were not the catcher at all.
I attempted to catch. I attempted.
Well, I don't think that's how it works, Matt.
It's not. I know.
You were the attempted catcher for the evening.
So today in our Facebook group, Johnny, you sent a picture.
Whoa. I mean, I did not send it. I saw a picture that someone else posted. Please.
Okay. I want to discuss this.
This guy's trying to throw shade at me.
Well, so this comes through as a picture that someone else had done that Johnny shared. It said official top 5 most overrated Survivor players of all time. Number 1, Sarah Lacina. Number 2, Cochran. Number 3, Poverty. Number 4, Boston Rob. And number 5, Aubrey Bracco.
Oh, wow. Shots fired.
I don't know who made this list. Do you agree or disagree with any of these?
I mean, that's a pretty wild list. Where are you at with this list, Matt?
Honestly,
let's go through them one at a time.
Sarah Lacina, I really liked her on her first season. So I think she's a badass. And obviously, I didn't watch the challenge, but she did really well on the challenge. So I think Sarah Lacina. She did really
well on the challenge, but people didn't like her.
They didn't like her personality or whatever.
No. And the first time she played Survivor, she was horrible. And the second time she played Survivor, there's rumor and innuendo that there was a pregame alliance and Sandra was in that spot. And if they hadn't touched the goat or whatever, Sandra would still be there. And boom.
Okay.
That's all rumor and innuendo. Who's to say?
So based off the rumor and innuendo, I'd say, overrated. I didn't mind her.
And the challenge, not liked. And the final challenge, Danny McRae did the deal, did the Sudoku.
Yep.
Sarah Lacina shows up at the Sudoku table in which everyone else prior to her had quit because they didn't know how to do Sudoku. Sarah Lacina is never shown finishing the Sudoku and makes the final.
So there's a little bit of controversy there that they put her through.
And seems confused when she wins at the end.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's interesting.
All right. So
I see why somebody would say she's overrated on the overrated list.
Based on all the, I can tell you this. I met Sarah Lucina. I enjoy Sarah Lucina because every time I meet Sarah Lucina will ask you 100 questions. Sarah Lucina's like, hey, you're wild. Like, explain this. Talk to me about this. She literally, I like someone that cares.
Yeah. So she's like asking you just like,
like literally 100 questions. Like, I have never had in the history of Survivor, I've never had one person ask me more questions ever than Sarah Lucina. Ever.
Wow.
So and I felt like she cared when she asked those questions. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'm the only one. I think she's a very inquisitive person.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's cool. Well, I like Sarah. It sounds to me like she's really cool. Is she overrated? Maybe, off of what you say, but I liked her, and
I think she's a trumper. I think that's why they're going after her.
No, they just don't like that. Okay. Well,
so
number two, we have.
So there we are. Next.
So number 2, we have John Cochran, who won my season of Survivor Caramel. Do I think he's overrated? Yes, I think he was just a typical nerd. With him. I did. I feel that he was on a season with a bunch of dum-dums and a bunch of like you have Philip Shepard and you have Brandon Hance, and I feel that who he was with, he shined and was different, and Jeff Probst really liked him winning. But I think on any other season, John Cochran doesn't win Survivor Fans versus Favorites. I just feel it was a very interesting season. I think John Cochran's totally overrated. Does he do good confessionals? Yes. Did he kind of become sort of a challenge beast on my season deep in the game? Yes, but I think he's overrated. Yeah. What about you? You hate John Cochran.
I hate him. No, I mean, all right, season 1, he shows up, he's a ginger, he's in a sweater vest, he's like, oh my god, I'm getting burned by the sun, and I'm stuck in this sweater vest. Okay, so the sweater vest, I'm gonna attribute to casting and production. Again, they made him wear the sweater vest. However, the smartest person to ever play Survivor, according to him, and whoever else will tell you that he's the smartest person to ever play Survivor, wouldn't you get a base tan?
Yeah.
If you're going to Cambodia? Is that where you were?
Well, I was in the Philippines.
Okay, Philippines. Okay.
I don't know where he was.
Where's his first season?
South Pacific, maybe, or something like that.
Okay, South Pacific.
No, without a tan.
No base tan, and he's a ginger.
Oh gosh.
Oh, severe burns.
Oh,
and the whole thing was, I'm so severe burn. Oh, and if that's his strategy, great. Like, I don't think skin cancer is my favorite strategy. Like, I think it's gross if that's where you're good. Like, I'll lie about someone that's not dead. Mm-hmm. Okay, guess what? No one gets hurt.
Yeah,
skin cancer is real, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like, maybe he's the most underrated Survivor of all time. He's like, I'm going to risk skin cancer to win Survivor.
Yeah.
But, okay. But if you're fucking smart, asshole, you get a base tan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then it's like, okay, maybe he didn't know. Maybe he just thought it was so, like, who knows? Who knows? Like, we were talking to Stephen Lee Hall Jr.,
Yep.
From Naked and Afraid.
Yep.
And so, like, his first time he did it, or one of the times he did it, he got his airport confirmation, and it was like ALB, and he was like, I'm going to Alabama, and it was Albania.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's who's to say?
Yeah.
So, you never know.
But yeah, Cochran's overrated.
Cochran goes back the second time. He's got the sweater vest again. Once again, production. I get it. Mm-hmm. However, the smartest player ever who actually fucking won $1 million. You didn't figure out not to get a base 10 the second time.
Right. I know. Yeah.
So go fuck yourself. I literally don't like the guy at all. I just don't. And I've been so good in my later years at like making amends and reaching out. There's of the Survivor community. Hey, the new era. I love you. I really do. I think you're good people. Most of you. There's a couple I don't like, but for the most of you, I love you. And you're put in the situation you're in. It's a different game. It's a different show. That's fine. I get that. I appreciate that, and I acknowledge that.
Yeah.
Boom. Where we go? Here we go. I'm doing the Roman Reigns. Acknowledging. I'm acknowledging you.
Right.
New era. Okay, you're good. So, but this fucking asshole, he knew. So fuck him.
They're overrated. So moving on, number 3, Poverty Shallow.
Oh,
we've seen her multiple times on multiple shows. She was just on Traders.
sure.
I like her as a character. She's one of my all-time, most memorable female contestants. I thought she made some great TV. Quite frankly, I think she's a decent Survivor player. So I don't think she's like totally overrated.
Yeah, so I we're not overly friendly. Like I don't dislike Parvati. We've had plenty of good times. Not like that. No, she's fine. I consider her game on Heroes Villains one of, if not the greatest single person game I've ever seen in my entire life. Ever.
That's strong.
So the overrating there doesn't track with me.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
I mean, and I wouldn't even call her the most underrated player ever, because I think people give her props.
Yeah, I agree. I think she lives up to the status of being a great player. Lawyer Bud, are you familiar with any of these people we're talking about on this list?
Some of them, not all. I admit, not all.
Well, you'll be familiar with this next guy, Boston Rob. One of the most well-known Mount Rushmore. So everyone knows Boston Rob. If you go,
they made their own Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, they did make their own Mount Rushmore with Sandra and Boston Rob. So Boston Rob has been on our television screens, recently on Deal or No Deal Island. He's got other stuff coming up, obviously Survivor stuff.
He's filming Traders 3 right now.
Yep. So I know a lot of people are like kind of tired of seeing him. I think that he's one of Survivor's most entertaining players. I've never met him. I don't know what he's like on a personal level, but I would say that he's not overrated. I would say he lives up to the hype of what he is.
He's not overrated.
Huh?
He's not overrated?
I don't think so.
Well, if you had played 6 times, how many times would you win?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Mathematically, if we had an actuary to do the statistical data, you probably have a pretty good shot of winning 1 time if you end up playing 6 fucking times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you think he's totally overrated?
This is difficult. I had a problem with Rob for a while because of I'm great friends with Lex Vandenberg and Big Tom, and they had their thing, and what a lot of people don't know is like Boston Rob and Lex were like BFFs. Like it was so tight. So when Boston Rob fucked Lex over, it hurt. It hurt Lex, and as I said, I'm an emotional, I'm a very logic based player when I'm out there, but in real life, I let emotion play its course, and I'm just like, oh, that sucks. So there was a long time in which me and Boston Rob were not cool. And then like I saw him at a charity event and I was just like, look, man, I'm about to turn 50. I don't need enemies in my life.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I got 200 questions. Let's fucking go. So I'm cool with Boston Rob now.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched Deal or No Deal Island, and it was so insane because like he was beyond likable. Like him and the nerd was the best part of the show.
Yeah.
And the old lady from Hearts of Reality of all places is coming after Boston Rob, and I'm just like, I'm so conflicted. I'm just like, what? So I watched with King George, and I honestly found myself rooting for Boston Rob.
Wow.
So yeah. So but the 6 times, man, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
like,
Oh yeah.
6 times is obnoxious.
It is obnoxious.
There's other players that should have had those spots instead of 6 fucking times.
I know. I agree.
So other than that, we're cool. I dig him. I'm rooting for him on the Traders. I hope he wins. He should be the first target. I'm more than positive Carolyn will fuck that up. So yeah.
Well, if you want to hear our Traders talk, a couple weeks ago on our Patreon, we went deep kind of into our thoughts on that cast. The last person on this list, number 5, Aubrey Bracco. A nerdier player. I think she is overrated as a player. Do I like her? Yes, but I think she's highly overrated. I don't know why people put her on such a huge pedestal, or when some of these new players in the new era get asked, what player would you like to play like? It's always, we hear a lot of Kelly Wentworth. We hear a lot of Aubrey Bracco. Overrated, in my opinion. Johnny, where are you at with her?
Ooh, this is a tough one. All right. Can I start by saying, she dresses like Donald Duck?
Yeah.
All right. Can we be honest here?
Yes.
She has a little like sleeveless button-up shirt, and it barely covers her butt, and there's a little short shorts, and it's literally Donald Duck's outfit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trademark Disney company.
Trademark Disney.
Yeah,
right,
yes.
So if I were to ever come back and play Survivor, Matt and Bud, I'm not dressing as Donald Duck.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It just bothers me. However, she just sent me a friend request on Instagram
Recently?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, all right, what's up, Donald Duck? Let's go.
Yeah.
So I don't hate her. I mean, like, I know I'm good. You know, I guess we're both good friends with Joe Del Campo. He loves her.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, like, is he a bad JoJo character? I trust my friends. I mean, like, I had the whole beef with Boston Rob because of my good friend Lex. So, and Lex and Big Tom are civil now, for those of you wondering. And so, no, I back my friends, and if my friend says that she's cool, then she's cool. So, but
cool versus overrated.
Donald Duck outfit, man. It really bothered me.
Yeah.
But as a player, I think she's really good. And I would not call her
overrated.
Nah. So, but that was a fun list for us to discuss.
It was, and I want to discuss one last thing for tonight, and that is I saw something where Tyson, which we all know is a big pickleball player, is challenging Q and Hunter McKnight to, I guess it's going to be Tyson versus the two of them.
Yeah, pickleball.
Pickleball event. and so Tyson had something on Instagram, pretty funny, that he's going to like completely beat their asses. So what do you think about this? And what do you think the odds are that Tyson is going to completely destroy Q and Hunter McKnight?
I have money on Tyson. Where can I bet with Mikey B?
I know. It said it's gonna be live streamed, but
it's gonna be live streamed. But I'm gonna see if I can bet with Mikey B. I want some of this action.
Yeah, June the 20th, 2024,
Sure.
at 10 a.m. Go to @Tyson Apostle to see more. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be funny. But I feel like they're going to be very competitive about it. I don't know if Q kind of, as much as he was a really awesome athlete, he didn't do the greatest in the challenges on Survivor. No. So I don't really have confidence that he's going to be some badass pickleball player, to be totally honest with you. No. So, do you have any last little stories, bits from?
I got Bud here to tell us some. So Bud's a lawyer.
Yes.
So what do you not do if you're what was the question? If you're accused of doing drugs, or if they're asking what was the
okay
like if you're drinking and driving or something, and
drinking or driving.
No, it was a drug one. The one you had the bet. You're like, this is the worst thing you could ever do if someone claims you did drugs or something. That was your good story at the ballpark.
Oh gosh. Well, I had the woman that failed the drug test. Can we tell that one?
You can tell whatever story you want.
Well, I don't know. She was asked why she failed the drug test.
Yeah.
And her answer was she swallowed.
Yeah. What's to say?
And the boyfriend's like, "Yep, I did drugs."
Dude.
Yeah, that was the one. And then the guy that refused. We had a case been tried in public, so I'm really not giving away anything that wasn't said out in open court.
Yeah.
Was he was pulled over because he had flashing lights that were distracting and some reason like that, and then refused the drug test or refused the breath test, breathalyzer. And because he was pulled over, the argument for me was, of course, that the officer didn't see anything wrong until he got him out of the actually off the bike. He's on a motorcycle, and his refusing the breath test was either very good or very bad. If he was actually drunk, we saved a conviction. If he wasn't drunk, then he got a year's suspension because of the what's called implied consent rule, where if you're driving and they stop you and they have probable cause, they can make you take the breath test.
Yeah.
Okay. And so it was either very good or very bad. And obviously I'm not going to say anything more about than that. But was not guilty on the DUI, but he got suspended because he didn't take the test.
So what is one of the craziest things you've ever had to defend as a lawyer?
Oh gosh,
that's a long list.
How you going?
But what one that just pops in your head like, oh shit, like this was a doozy.
I had a kid one time. Judge wanted to put him on probation, said send him to jail, and the judge said, "Well, I'm going to require that you stay off of marijuana. You don't have any marijuana. You don't have any illegal drugs." He's like, "Judge, I'm going to smoke marijuana. Makes me feel good, and I like it."
Wow.
So he went to jail. I'm like, Judge, my client says that, and you shouldn't send him to jail because he's honest with you. And he's like, says, "Mr. Meyer, I appreciate that." Gave him 90 days or something like that. Like,
wow. So, and then so you being a lawyer, so I have a question. When we want to interview someone.
Were you?
Question from Matt Bischoff, Cincinnati, Ohio. First time, long time.
Oh, hey, welcome aboard.
Okay.
Well, thank you. So my question is, if let's say you're a podcast like ours, and we try to interview someone from a TV show that technically is supposed to get permission from whatever television network they might be on, right? I'm not naming any. I'm just saying. So, do you think it's legally necessary to have to get permission to be on a podcast? Is it just a scare tactic, or is there something that could really be done?
I'm really okay.
So let's say I want to
say someone's on a show, TV
Yes.
show,
Yes.
and then they're like, they're not supposed to do a podcast until next year, May 2025.
Okay, so there's a non-compete clause with one company to
Kind of, sort of, but is it really?
Okay.
Because I know from the past, what I've been told when I played Survivor, I obviously had signed contracts and stuff.
Who cares?
But I was told by veteran players who are like, dude, if you want to do a podcast, just do a podcast.
Yeah, no one fucking cares.
Yeah, but like the legal department is not going to come after you for doing a podcast unless you.
There are at least three different considerations I can see at that point. Okay. One is what does the exact language say, and how exclusive is it, and how much does it actually fill out, and how much does it actually meet. Mm-hmm. So that's one, is what does the exact language say? The other is does it violate that language? And I have to know the exact language and exactly what was broadcast to do that, which would require a little more than I've got information right now. So
sure,
I can't really say on that. The third one is what I would call the practicality rule. A large corporation, for example, when you have if you have an insurance claim against an automobile carrier, a lot of times they will settle a case for what they call nuisance value, which is simply, we don't want to try this bloody thing. We don't want to fool with you. Here, take this money and go away. They will pay that without looking at the legal merits. Now, oh gosh, I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but that's the reality. Oh boy, reality of this is that is that when things are below the radar, so to speak, they don't fool with things. And that may be very well what the Survivor people have been telling you, is that if you're doing a podcast, they're not going to be concerned. If you sign up and NBC is putting you as the headline show for next month, for next season, then you're going to have an issue with the people that you've had the contract for. Again, you have to look at the exact language of what's in there.
Yeah, right. And that makes sense. And
so everything I have said is provisional and hypothetical, right?
Yeah, it's just hypothetical, because we have some people that we want to interview, and we're getting permission from CBS to have them on our show. We have a lot of people that we really want to talk to about their time on Survivor, and we're going through the proper channels. Yes. I just know that. I just know that back in the day,
everyone on like season 45 was like, "Yeah, we didn't give a fuck."
Well, of course, the standard thing that I absolutely have to say is always consult a lawyer regarding your individual case, which have different facts from. And there's a lot to. And in this kind of situation, it's very true, because the exact language that's used, which I'm not familiar with at this point.
Yeah, right.
We've not had that issue. Needs to be looked at with the exact question of what you're being called upon, or excuse me, not you, what the person is being called upon to do. And like I said, so you're asking me kind of a hazy question. I'll give you the best.
I just
answer as best I can.
No, that's totally. I don't want you to do anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to do it.
No, we didn't.
But yeah, it's you look at the exact language, you look at the contract, you look at what their past history has been. If they have not followed through on certain things, you can argue that this is the way they're interpreting the contract because they have not prosecuted things in the past. That is not an absolute defense, by the way, but it is reasonable. You can show that in the past this has been allowed, and it might potentially be. My understanding is that most of the companies like that will send you a cease and desist letter if you're off the reservation. If you get a cease and desist letter, you immediately consult an attorney.
Yeah, which Johnny's gotten those before.
Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
You talk about that if you want. I'm not talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
That part.
I made a T-shirt. It was good.
Yes,
but a T-shirt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Jonny Fairplay, lawyer, but this has been super fun. Everyone listening, we love you all. We love talking Survivor. There's so much Survivor stuff going on. We can't wait to break down what is going to be going on season 47. I've already seen some leaks, Johnny, of what some of the cast may be. We look like there's a pretty good looking cast for season 47.
Good.
So I hope so. Lawyer Bud, Johnny. It's been super fun. And stay tuned next week for another Reality After Show. Talking Survivor. Cheers, everyone, and good night.